Hey everyone, it's GleeCon, and I'm here again. Thank you for tuning in. You know I appreciate it. Love doing this journey with you guys. It's awesome and fun. And we're going to continue this journey today. We're gonna probably wrap Burning Crusades up as Alliance. We probably would have wrapped it last time, but we are stuck with a little travel to Winterspring. So stay a while and listen as we take League Contessa. To do the last couple quests that are not, I mean, they're really all in some way, shape, or form just prep for Blackrock Mountain, Blackrock Depths, Lower Blackrock Spire, Upper Blackrock Spire. But there are some quests that were one-off that we've pretty much done. All of them are really prep work. So after this, we're going to do a couple more of the one-offs on Horde, and then it's all going to be Blackrock Depths prep. Over the next few days. I don't know exactly how long. Tomorrow we will rep, or we'll work on the Horde. That'll just take one level, I think. If you look at our spreadsheet that I have made. Let's get on the tram. We're going to Ironforge right now because we need to... Oh, my dogs. My dogs are barking. Haha. We are going up to Ironforge because we're trying to make our way over to Felnok Steelspring in Winterspring. Anyhow, if you look at the quests that are left that we haven't done Dreadmaw Rock, which is, I don't know, probably killing ogres, as well as Crom Grull. I think that's an ogre killing quest. And then a couple quests called Rise of the Machines. That's it. So 4 quests are all we're going to do on the Horde one tomorrow. And then we skipped the Librams. We were reading those. Librams of Resilience, Rumination. Let's go back to Libram of... What was it called? Libram of Veracity. I read some of these quests. So if you look at some of the quests here, I think we read this one. Yeah, give me what I require. Yeah, we read that one. So they just have slightly interesting lines of dialogue, but we put them on the Vanity Project for when we finish. It's really not that hard of a grind, and actually we could have ground it out probably in one episode, all of them, and all for not that much gold, for maybe 20-ish gold, except for one of the Librams is... like 350 gold. So that immediately kicked the whole project later. It's mostly just grinding out some of the food collectibles in Felwood and some of the Ungoro Crater collectibles. Nothing difficult at all. Okay, we're here in Ironforge. Actually, let's smelt some of our stuff while we're right here. And then that means that we're going to kick off, the other ones, yeah, tomorrow, or no, Sunday. And I really think it probably is going to take us a couple levels to even get ready for Blackrock steps or whatever. All right, so Libram of Veracity. There was also, if you look at the other quests, there was Libram of Constitution. Libram of Constitution is another one. Okay, that's another quest that was pretty sure. Yeah, take your amalgamation and be gone. We read that one. There was Libram of Resilience. I don't remember which ones. I think we read 3 or 4 of them. Libram of Resilience. Okay, we have 3 true silver. This is the one where he says, if it is resilient to desire, 30 gold I require. I believe we read that one. Other Librams are lost in this world, lost in the places you would not dare enter, places you would pray did not exist. I will drink in the energies of these components, you shall be given the residual waste. Yeah, we did read that one. Let's also talk to one of these guys to Baron.
Here there.
You know more than I do, that's a certainty. Tell you what, though, go talk with me, Daff.
He'll want you to prove yourself, but he is a fine teacher indeed. His name's Rotgath, and you'll find
which
him
one of
near
these
the
guys.
anvils working steel for old bengers.
This guy.
I can't say enough about your work. Truly amazing.
I know.
Greetings.
We don't need all that. But we can sell a couple of these things for just a little bit of money. Okay. Alright, now we are back to the plain. We're going to fly to wetlands, and then we need to sail over to the Elven Forest, the Dark Shore. Oh, you know what? While we're here, do we have 80? We sure do. Oh, but do we already have the dwarf? We do. Darn it. Next time we're in Stormwind, which we are actually going to hearth at the end. Not at the very end, but when we finish with...
What sort? The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steed.
When we finish with whatever the part is. Okay. When we finish with Kalimdor, Winterspring, we're going to hearth back, so that when we're there, we can finally do our last Runecloth human stuff. All right. Librum of Rumination might be where we stopped off. Don't know. Librum of Rumination. Quest. He says, present the components, mortal. I will also require payment in the form of 30 gold pieces for this creation. Take your trinket, fool. Leave me to my studies. And then the last one is Librum of Tenacity. Okay. Oops, that's the item, not the quest. Dang it. And... why is... there we go. The 30 gold, human, 30 gold in the required components. I took Cariel, what would amount to several of your lifetimes. Yeah, we did read this one too. To complete the Librum that you now hold, human, all for what? So that his disciple could stand in the burning steps and bastardize his research in order to satiate a never-ending arcane craving? Curse this foul addiction. I am disgusted with your lack of compassion and insatiable greed. Be gone. Actually, I don't know if we read that one or not. Alright, cool. Alright, so back to this. Let's look at the Blackrock Depths quest. We had just left off the Bearer of Bad News. It flows into the Fate of the Kingdom. We didn't do that one, but it is one of these 5 level 59 Alliance ones. Fate of the Kingdom begins in Ironforge, and he sends us back to go fight Emperor Thaurissan. So this is a back and forth. See, that's what's annoying. This is multiple times we're gonna have to run Blackrock Depths. So we're gonna just try to break it off by quest and do whatever quest chains we can. Alright. So we're going over here because we want to go to Dark Shore. And pretty sure this is the Dark Shore side. Dom
Hey
Papa.
there. This dock here?
Well,
you can catch the ship that goes to that night elf place.
Perfect timing.
What's its name? Aberdeen, I think. I don't really know for sure. I just load and unload stuff.
Okay, so we'll go sailing along there. All right, the next one is called The Princess's Surprise. It is also along this list. And we have Karan's Tale, Into the Bearer of Bad News, Fate of the Kingdom, and Karan Mighthammer. We did that, yes, this is all of them. Princess's Surprise. Find and speak with Karan. The Horde has the Princess Saved, which is a 6048, so it's a slightly different quest. What's the point? It says return to Ironforge. Yeah, so this is just, I guess, after you beat them, they'll send you back to get either Magni's Will, which is a crit chance ring, or a spell Songstone of Ironforge, which is a healing ring. Good, both good material. Okay, we're already falling out. Alright, so the Princess's Surprise, the last in the chain, followed by the Horde version of the same quest. Which is called The Princess Saved, which is a 60-48. Okay. The Princess Saved, question mark. So we have then saved the Dwarven Princess. Maybe that's Magni's sister, wife. I don't know. The Princess Saved. Okay. Alright, then that opens up the final 2 quests because one of them is a season discovery. There's the challenge and there's a binding contract. Both appear to be neutral. The challenge is it requires the instigator's enchantment, holy cow, which begins with just compensation. This is a Gates of Encourage questline, which requires return to Daylana, which requires a shifty merchant, which starts with a supernatural desire, so this is the earnest proposition chain. All right, so we are not going to count this on here. It sends us into, what are you supposed to do exactly? I don't know. All right, we're going here to get a flight path. So this is part of the earnest proposition quest line. If we look at what's required, we might as well. It's an interesting thing. There's also a binding contract, which is part of this. So if you look at the challenge part itself, it's the only one tagged as Blackrock Depths. If you go to the beginning, get on the plane before I continue examining this. Because I don't really know that I want to add this in right now when we could save this for endgame.
I am on. The hippogriff is a noble beast, proud and swift.
Alright, so shifty merchant, supernatural device, earnest proposition. Alright, so earnest proposition comes from anywhere. They want you to go to Winterspring Blood, and you get the Winterspring Blood samples from what? Let's find out. You get them from just different Frost Saber things in Winterspring. Fine. Drop rate's not great. You need a decent amount. Whatever. And you also need some Wildheart Bracers. For whatever reason. That's the Druid version of the quest. I believe there are Horde versions of this as well. There are. This is basically the start of the Epic class quest. So we're definitely not doing it. Alright, so it unlocks a quest called the Supernatural Device. Supernatural Device just has us going into Tanaris to turn it in the place. Fine. That opens up the Ectoplasmic Distiller. This wants you to get a Delicate Arcanite Converter, some Eternal Essence, which is 10 Stone Scale Oils, 25 Volcanic Ashes. These seem to be things that you can either farm or purchase, right? So, this is a quest item. Yeah. So, whatever. These are various things that you're going to buy and or farm. Then that sends us you into hunting for ectoplasm, which requires you to use it in Silithus, Winterspring, Eastern Plaguelands. Okay. So already, yeah. Then a portable power source. I want you to get it from the Magma Core, from Magma Lord Bach. We have saw him in Burning Steps. Then we go back to a Shifty Merchant. And you want an Imp in Dark Whisper Gorge in Winterspring to buy this rod and then come back again. Which unlocks either return to Deliana or return to Mokvar, which is whoever. So you're going to, depending on if you're Alliance or Horde, you're going to get sent back. And then he opens up just compensation. So you bring whatever it is, whatever class you are, whatever patch you started, you're going to bring something. Wild Heart belt or gloves. You are going to buy these. You're going to pay people to get them or whatever. But it's going to open up in search of Antheon. So yeah, this is all epic class quests. I will probably try to do one of ours together, even though there are lots of versions of this. Because most of them are not class specific. Use the extra dimensional ghost revealer at the entrance to Stratholme and speak to some dude. Okay? That will give you Dead Man's Plea. He wants you to go into Stratholme and free this Isidra character. Okay? Looks like I don't know if this is the live or the dead version. This is dead side? I'm not 100% sure. And they want a quest called Proof of Life. So you bring the locket back to this guy in Eastern Plaguelands. He gives you a strange request to get dark iron bars, enchanted leather, mooncloth, and cured like hide. So all crap we will hopefully have unlocked, if not stuff that we're going to have to grind gold for. Antheon's old friend. So it's going to be good if we come in loaded to bear with gold as much as we can. So take this banner to this guy at the library in Dire Maul. So these epic quests are happening after Dire Maul anyway. Right? Yes. This comes out in patch 4, whereas Dire Maul was patch 3. Okay? Then you get Falren's Vendetta, who wants 25 Ogre War Beads from the ogres inside Dire Maul. Then you get the Instigator's Enchantment, who wants more things from inside Dire Maul, plus some things that you could probably buy or farm. Okay, and then that would unlock the challenge, which is the quest we're looking at. We'll come back to that next time. We are essentially done. Now we are here in Winterspring finally to turn in Felnok Steelspring. The whole reason we traveled out here, and then we have a couple quests, and it's just going back. So this is an interesting quest line, and we will be completing it. It might be part of the Vanity Project, to be honest. I'm not sure. Might do it, because it's pretty cool, but it's going to take a while. Alright. And we're not doing it until after we've finished Dire Maul, Azure Ghosts, and Lord Kazakh. Then we'll start looking.
Talk to me!
It's cold up here. I hope you brought me a blanket.
That's no blanket. But what if we hear? I let her from Tinkee. I wonder what she has to say. She's studying in the Burning Steppes. That makes sense. That's a good source for Dragonkin. Oh, but look, it says here that she needs some parts for a device she wants to build. I guess that's where I come in, eh?
Okay. I guess so, eh? Alright, Felnok Steelspring. That's this guy right here. And we're going to just put a few quests. We're probably going to delete a few of those. Turn that bad boy in. And this is going to open up Chillwind Horns. This is pretty much what we're going to be working on today.
I have most of what Tinkee needs, but I'm missing one important component, and that's Chillwind Horns. The horns of the Chillwind Chimera in Winterspring are a concentrated source of cold, but only pristine, uncracked horns will do. I'll need a supply of those to complete Tinkee's order. Bring me the uncracked Chillwind horns, and I'll prepare a package for Tinkee.
Alright, so it looks like they're everywhere. They're from these chimeras wandering around, and we just gotta find them. Probably the drop rate's not great. Probably this is what we're gonna focus on today. Heading north, we're gonna look for chimera. Looks like there's a big packet up here, so package of them, whatever. Alright, the challenge is the Blackrock Depths one. You see people talking about this all the time. I don't know exactly what we get for all of this. I'm imagining we'll get something cool. he's running too. What is up with all the running of mobs I've seen lately? Or maybe it's not like a ton, and now that I've seen it once, I'm just freaking out. Feeling being everywhere. There's one. Okay, so here's a Chimera. Oh, we got some thorium as well. Hey, Chimera. Alright, these guys are 57, so pretty strong. Two-headed beasties. Hopefully the drop rate's not so crazy. I mean, they have 2 heads, so chance, right? Well, they only have 3 horns, so I guess we have a 1 out of, not even a 1 out of 3 chance. We just have 3 chances. Don't break their horns. Well, we broke them. Or they broke them, or whatever. 2 more thorium. Yes, please. Oh, we're getting lots of thorium, baby. We're getting there slowly but surely as we play this game. Oh, we got a few more Chimera, do we? Guys, let me just set my totems down. Oh no! Can't do that on this class. There's another one over there, so we're gonna have 3 chances. Time between attacks. I hate that. Why would you chill me like that? Come on. Oh man, that made me miss my... Okay. We have killed 2 and got none. The drop rate is not abysmal. As we fight the Ravagers. Yeah, it's only a few seconds. Like, it's just 25% slower attack rate once. Oh, but then get up again with it. Come on. Come on. Just, there's not a lot I can do to make this faster. Come on, girl. Alright, we've killed 3. No luck so far. So... Did we kill 3? I already overkilled. Actually, this I think maybe is the 3rd. Because what do we get? Oh yeah, we got nothing from last. Darn it. Actually, no. That is 3. So, and we killed 1 by the thorium. So we have killed 4. Still no drop. So the drop rate is poop. Lame. Alright, now the challenge wants you to go into the Ring of Law. And defeat all this crap. We have to go to the Ring of Law for multiple other quests. So this is lame that we're going to be going up in there. And it opens up Antheon's Parting Words. Now, it's not Wildheart. We don't want that one. See the other version. This is male. Probably not the one we want. Then this one is plate. So, it gives us a light forge set. Okay, so that's 5. We still haven't even got 1. Maybe hopefully we just have bad RNG right now. Bad RNG is my middle name. Hey, baby. Alright. I mean, at least they're not tough. This is pretty good. This is agility, stam, spirit. It's a pretty across the board. It looks pretty solid. With a chance with the set to have increased armor, attack power, and melee, and then all resistances if you can get all 8. So you get 3 of these. What, do you have to do this over and over again? I don't know. Not sure how this works. Guess we're gonna find out. Finally got 1. I took 5 or 6 kills. Okay, so then after we've done all this, this opens up Bodley's Unfortunate Fate. Wants us to go back to Blackrock Mountain and find Bodley near Blackrock Spire. Which then opens up the Three Kings of Flame, which wants you to get Incendious, a couple other people, a Hollow Bridger. So basically the bosses in Blackrock Spire. Probably lower, maybe upper, I don't know. So we're going to be running these dungeons again at some point. At least to just go get these one sets of quests. Meanwhile, we're doing today's episode, and it's pretty much going to be us killing these stupid Ravagers over and over. Then that opens up Components of Importance, which wants, well, we don't want Warlock, Druid, Hunter, Rogue. I don't know what we need. Seem to all be like, there we go, we got a second one. Seems like they're not very good. Like I don't know what the deal is. But you get XP, some rewards. None of them seemed to be a paladin thing or shaman, so I don't know what the story is there. And you just bring them to this guy in Blackrock Mountain, and that gives you the last piece of Lord Whatever's amulet by killing some dude killing more Greyhoof. Alright. This is all in Blackrock Spire. Then I see Alkaz in your future. You get 20 blood kelp. And then bring them back to Bodley inside Blackrock Mountain. There, and that's found out in Dustwallow. Okay, good. RNG's now back on our side a little bit. We were up to 3 of them. So just going back and forth, inside and outside of Blackrock Mountain. Just finding parties, running this crap over and over. Okay, then the last piece, no, then it unlocks more components of importance, which you go to Starbreeze Village. Don't know where that's at. Winterspring. Okay. Then that opens up the right piece of Lord Valthalak's amulet. Which, I guess you kill that guy again? That opens up final preparations. Nice, we're at 4. The Chillwind Ravager. Maybe it's like the difference in the type of Chillwind thing that you kill. Maybe I was killing a different kind, maybe not. Yeah, so this is just running around, killing lots of things in lots of dungeons. Final preparations, get a bunch of Blackrock Bracers from Blackrock Mountain. Bring them back to that dude, and that gives you Mea Culpa, Lord Valthalak. You killed Lord Valthalak. Don't know where he's at, but it's in Blackrock Spire. Then return to Bodley yet again, which unlocks back to the beginning. And that unlocks saving the best for last. Okay, so not too shabby. We're halfway. We've got 4 of our horns. Saving the best for last will give you 2 more pieces. So then you'd have 5 of your set. Oh, or you're upgrading 2 of them to epic pieces of that gear. Oh, we actually want it. Okay, and that's it. It looks like that's the end of the quest chain. It gives you these bad boys. $11 quests 2 bosses in Blackrock Depths, Upper Blackrock Spire, Silithus. Uh-oh. Just this guy. Guess we're fighting 2. Luckily, they just do not do very high damage if it's fails. I think we're gonna need to eat some saved up. Got to at least eat this chicken. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it's this big long chain. It will ultimately give you a couple epic quests. Maybe by the end you'll have a set of 5 or so. Not sure exactly how that works. I don't think you do them all, but that's the chain. So we're not doing that. And a binding contract. What the heck is that? Was that part of it and I missed it? A binding contract. What does this say? What is this quest? In order to make the legendary pain in the butt hammer, you need 300 blacksmithing, a sulfuron ignet, make the sulfuron hammer. Okay, I'm curious about this. So this is a blacksmithing quest, first of all. So, yeah. Make the sulfuron hammer, which requires all this stupid stuff. It's bind on equip, so you can make it, have someone else make it for you. You probably have to at least supply the mats for it. Unless you're the blacksmith's girlfriend. Okay. So we can maybe make our own, you know, at some point. Feels kind of vanity-ish also. And combine your sulfuron hammer with your easily acquired Eye of Sulphurous, which is a 2.8 drop, the last boss of Molten Core. You must have a sulfuron ingot in your bag. Gotcha. We got our 5th one. Okay, so you have to have the sulfuron ingot. So you could argue that this should be treated like a drop quest. Where do you get the sulfuron ingot from? Sulfuron ingot is dropped by Molten Core bosses. So we have to treat this like a Molten Core quest. Not a normal quest. So that is... We will take this quest, a binding contract, eventually sulfuron. It's gonna be a molten core. So there are multiple parts of molten core that are yeah, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna crit me? I just like to make you guys clench up out there and say, oh, you're about to die? That's cool. We're up to 6, 2 more. Alright, and I think that's it. So let me put the binding contract on the vanity. In-game vanity, we have binding contract. Is it called a binding contract or just a binding contract? A binding contract. I spelled binding wrong because I'm a ding dong. And this is a Molten Core drop. Okay. So already it's not happening till far in the game when we start raiding. Alright. Which is whatever. It's not like crazy end game. And then the other thing, the challenge like I said, that's part of the epic quest line, so we're going to pick that up after. And then we have this quest, Stormwind Rendezvous, which does happen after Jailbreak. It's a 60-50. Dang it. We'll look that one up. That's the only thing we have to look, and then I feel like we're ready to look at stuff for... We got a bunch more little Chillwind guys. Who's that? Artorius the Amiable. It says he's a demon, even though he looks like a gnoll. Need 2 more horns. Alright, then we're set up to start running Blackrock Depths. Prep quests. Getting all ready. And then, I mean, I guess just doing... We're probably going to be doing forays into Blackrock Depths for a while. Seems that way. Unfortunately. I just have to be strategic about that. Let's see if we can pair runs together as well as we can. Oh, I forgot I did not have... Okay. Come on. Come on. I think I forgot to buy juice. Yeah, so I don't have anything to drink. Let's go. I'll need 2 more of these perfect, pristine. Well, I'm glad it's the weekend, guys. I was, you know, tired today. Happy Friday, or if you guys are not watching until later, happy whatever day it is for you. Yeah, I have a feeling Blackrock Depths is really going to slow us down. Unfortunately. We might make some lost time up on these other areas. There we go, we just need 1 more horn. So we just need a little bit of RNG luck so I can get out of here. Because I am like panting, gasping with no mana to speak of. Do the math a little bit here. Just want that combo right there. The 136 comboed into the 76, which is basically 210, 212. Then re-adding that back on, which is 390. So right around 400 mana to get my offensive passive damage combo going of Judgment of the Crusader tacked onto Seal of Command. And then if you look at it, perfect. It says I am hitting them with 255, but when it hits, I'm doing 325. Holy. Alright. So we got these stupid horns now. Alright, so Stormwind Rendezvous comes out of a quest called Jailbreak. Jailbreak is an alliance quest. We have already done it. Okay. Or we haven't already done it. It's already on our list. And you go to Stormwind City to speak with Squire Rowe. So he can let Marshal Windsor know that you've arrived. So we're just traveling to Stormwind, right? Okay, so this is called Stormwind Rendezvous. And this, the only reason why it is so far down is because it's a high level quest. It's level 60. Then that adds the Great Masquerade. Follow this person through Stormwind, protecting him from harm. This is the one that got me killed before when I was nearby when someone triggered this quest. It is called the Great Masquerade, and you protect this dude. Follow him through Stormwind and protect him. It's a Stormwind quest, the Great Masquerade. The Great Masquerade. Gearade. And that's Stormwind. I keep spelling things wrong. Okay, cool. Then that opens up a quest called the Dragon's Eye. We must search the world for a being capable of restoring the fragment to the Dragon's Eye. So that will send us back into Winterspring. So we can at least do that as prep work. The Dragon's Eye. Tell him we did it. We got these little horns.
Time is money, friend.
You had the Chillwind horns, Contessa.
These are good specimens. They're packed with cold. Let me get some gloves on and pack them along with the other things Tinkee needs. Okay, everything is prepared and packed and ready for transport. Good luck in your journey, and make sure you tell Tinkee that she owes me.
Alright, and now we are going to Hearth back to Storm. And the only reason why we're hearthing here is because it's a little easier to travel. Like there was some other reason why we... Oh, we wanted to also turn in the rune cloth. Why not? Here, while I'm right here. Glad I remembered that. Like,
What are you just browsing my wares, or is there something specific I can help you find today?
No.
See you around.
No, you cannot.
I think we will end up doing these. I just don't know if it becomes vanity quest style or not. Or if it's essential because we're going to be raiding anyway and it would be nice to run some of this stuff. Probably that's how it's going to go. Where am I going? Oh, the human part. Should not have gone this path. It's down that way. Yikes. Some of this endgame stuff is just redonkulous. And I may or may not start weaving it in. When it starts to be to the part where I'm just constantly running these dungeons, it's very... Like, the plan for me to get into Blackrock Depths on a weeknight, my family's never going to see me again. Just running Blackrock Depths over and over again. Alright, here's the... Horde cloth. I mean, the Alliance, last one we haven't done.
Friend, Stormwind needs your assistance.
You already told me that before.
See you later.
Leek and Tessa, you've been a tremendous contributor to our cloth drive. As we work hard to replenish our reserves, one form of cloth remains critically low. Rune cloth. We have an absolutely dire need of it, and we hope that you'll be able to help us as you have in the past. If you're willing, please bring me what rune cloth you can spare. We'll initially accept a single donation of 60, and then we'll go from there.
Fantastic. These will go right to use, I assure you. Thank you again for your assistance. We'd certainly be lost without you. With all the donations you've made, I would certainly process any additional runecloth donations you care to make in the future. Just be sure to check in with me, and I'll personally make sure that your good deeds won't go unrecognized.
And then we can also do additional rune cloth.
Have a good one.
Greetings once again, Leek and Tessa. Our need for rune cloth is constant, and we can always use additional resources if you're willing to part with them. For an additional stack of 20 rune cloth, I'll make sure that you are recognized for your continuing efforts on behalf of Stormwind. Whenever you're ready to hand in the stack of rune cloth, I'll accept it.
Adventurer, without heroes like you working on behalf of the tribe, we'd surely suffer. Thank you for your continued efforts.
Alright, now, we can save those, but we now can do rune cloth bandages to help us finish out our first aid. And, well, we can really find heavy rune cloth bandages, really. Heavy mage we can sell too. Some point while we're in Theramore, the next time we're in that area, we can go look up heavy rune cloth, but obviously it's not that big a deal. We just got ourselves to 295, 5 points to being maxed out.
I sell only the finest arcane gear, made by the crafters and mages here in the city of Stormwind.
I mean, we can keep the mage weave, the single stack. Not gonna hurt us. things around. Yeah, I don't need that. Cool. All right.
See you around.
Now we need to fly. I'm glad we actually had time to think, because I almost flew us to back to the Blackrock, not to the Burning Steps, but we actually need to fly to Lakeshore first. Not that it's that far of a. We would just think, oh, let's go back. And this is pretty much it. We're going to turn in the True Masters. We're going to return to Tinkee. But some pretty good stuff. We also, by the way, that gave us 88. No, that gave us 120 Stormwind rep. So we will continue at this point. Once we get maxed out on our 300 first aid, the rest of our stuff will just go into turning it in for reputation.
Beasts, no paths that you can't
Right,
find
we're
on
going
foot.
to
They'll get you there
Lakeshore.
fast and maybe show you something new with.
All right, so the Great Mask. This is called the Dragon's Eye. The Dragon's Eye, which is in Stormwind. I don't know where the heck that's at. Oh yeah, back in Winterspring, which sends us to Winterspring, which opens up the Drakefire Amulet, which is the last one. This is Blood of the Black Dragon Champion. He is in Blackrock Spire. So Drake, this is a Blackrock Spire quest. So this is a chain that just takes us to opening this quest. So whatever, we're just going to get that ready. We're not going to actually add that on. Okay, cool. So that will have us end in Winterspring, whatever. Well, we are going to actually open Blackrock Spire quests right after that. So we're going to do lower Blackrock Spire. That's not really how it works. I don't think the game differentiates. We're going to do lower Blackrock Spire right after all this. So again, we're going to be questing in this area for a while. Kind of annoying. All right, so if you look at Blackrock Spire, let's go back up now to Dungeons, Blackrock Spire. Okay, so we want, sure, but we want the required. So there's 38. That is, oh, I see. We actually want this. Okay. A lot of these are raid. I guess if it's raid versus dungeon, it's going to differentiate between upper and lower Blackrock Spire. So we're going to look up lower Blackrock Spire quests. This is getting us ready to do, after we finish those two sets, all of Blackrock Depths and lower Blackrock Spire, so we will save the stuff that's upper Blackrock Spire. Then we'll start setting up Eastern Plaguelands. It'll be like regular questing for a while. And then we will go from there into Scholomance and Stratholme. Stratholme Live, Stratholme Dead, Stratholme Both. And then, wrong place. Whoops, wrong thing. Then, oh, I see. Okay. Then we'll do Winterspring, which will kick up upper Blackrock Spire. And we'll also then do Dire Mall. Good. Then we'll be done with questing.
What can I do for you?
Any rewards from Boulevard?
It could have been worse, I suppose. It appears as if the fate of Lakeshore rests squarely on your shoulders.
As Magistrate Solomon looks you over, you notice Magistrate Solomon blinking rapidly. Appears to be crying.
You must return to the Burning Steps, adventurer. As a deputy of Stormwind, you will be required to report to Marshal Maxwell. Good luck.
Says Magistrate Solomon sighs. Okay, so we have now done the True Masters. Turning that bad boy in. And we also... Oh, I forgot to put Return to Tinkee. Darn it. We did Return to Tinkee. And then we also just picked up True Masters 5. All right, so now they both want us to go back up here, the two different base camps. That's it. We're just traveling to those areas right now, and then set. Good to go. All right, so if you look at Blackrock Spire, lower Blackrock Spire, I really think it will be a little easier because some of the quests are upper, some are lower. If you look at all lower Blackrock Spire quests that can be picked up right away.
Where would you like to fly to?
And then there's quests that require a chain.
Farewell.
So, and then quests that are started within the dungeon. So we are not going to separate them in that manner. If we look at this, we have the final tablets, looks to be the easiest one. So that one requires a quest that I believe we have done. No. Oh, yeah. The Lost Tablets of Mosharu, which I think we've already opened that up. And this is a neutral one. Yeah, the Lost Tablets of Mosharu. So we need those. They are found in the Eastern Plaguelands. Where? Top of the temple. Held by Mosslayer trolls. Okay, so these, we're just going to have to go out and prep our way up there. Got it. Alright, let's turn into this.
Need help?
Marshall Maxwell laughs.
What? You thought you were the first? How many soldiers must we lose before Stormwind acts? We had accumulated enormous amounts of intelligence pertaining to the Blackrock Menace before we lost our commanding officer, Marshal Windsor. With Marshal Windsor went all of our precious information. What we need is that documentation. Speak with Ragged John, adventurer. He was with Windsor when they were attacked by a Blackrock raiding party. He was last seen in a cave to the north.
Up there by those guys. Okay, so that's cool because we had to go there anyway. Alright, so the True Masters 5, finishing that. This is the last one we're going to do, True Masters Part 6. Well, we also have to do Return to Tinkee. Alright, up we go. To this little set. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so this quest line begins the Lost Tablets of Mosharu. This is just a setup quest line we're going to have to do. It is yellow, neutral, Lost Tablets of Mosharu. The Lost Tablets of Mosharu. The Lost Tablets of Mosharu. And this is Tanaris. Okay, so we gotta have to do that quest first. That's not even a dungeon part. That's just go do that quest, open up the next part, which is the final tablets, right? The final tablets, it opens up, which the final tablets is... That's lower Blackrock Spire. We already know that. So that is really what's next. Oh, we kind of got to go over to this side. Switch for you. Give me that. Give it to me. And I'm telling you, there must be... Servers must be dying. Azerothian Diamond. Put that one in the bank. Probably going to need that. Okay. We need two things. We need to talk to this dude. Is he in this cave? Is he back here? Dude. Ragged John? Oh, this is Ragged John.
What you be wanting? Asterisk, hick, asterisk.
Official business, John. I need to move. Oh, official business, John. I need some information about Marshal Windsor. Tell me about the last time you saw him.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day. And believe me, for Windsor, that's a monumental accomplishment. He kept telling me that something feels off. Well, he wasn't kidding. We were in the middle of Blackrock Mountain when the filthy animals attacked. I'm talking about the orcs, of course. Pay attention, will ya? All you could hear were grunts and the clanging of steel as they rushed us.
What did you do?
Me versus 50 orcs? I'm no fool, adventurer. My pappy always told me, discrediting is the better part of a cracker or something, and I knew what that meant.
Start making sense, Dwarf. I don't want to have anything to do with your cracker, your pappy, or any sort of discrediting.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day.
Cut it off.
All right, anyhow. So, he sort of slipped into the shadows. That didn't sit too well with Windsor, saying as how he was already extra cranky. Well, he started spinning old Ironfoe around and screaming like a madman at the orcs.
Ironfoe?
Windsor was particularly ornery that...
Yep, you never heard of Ironfoe, the legendary orc-slaying hammer? Yep, that was old Windsor's hammer. He told me that Franklorn Forgereich himself made that hammer for his great-great-grandpappy. The Franklorn Forgereich. The dark iron responsible for stone rot, argument, tank, building stuff. He also said the hammer had a twin that Franklorn kept for himself. I think he called it Iron Fail or something.
Continue, John.
Windsor was particularly ornery that...
So where was I? Oh, yeah. So the orcs rushed Windsor, and Windsor, well, he didn't move an inch. He stood tall as they charged him 10 at a time. All he could see was the glow from Ironfoe and a lot of blood. This went on for hours. Maybe days. I don't remember. Now finally it stopped. So that's how Windsor died.
Windsor was
Died? Are you cracked, Clay Contessa? Excuse me, Miss Clay Contessa. Windsor wouldn't have died from 50 orcs, as sure as Thelsmar blood sausage is the tastiest food the world may ever know. There he stood. He was covered in orc chunks from head to toe, drenched in about 18 layers of their blood. He was definitely alive and really, really angry. So how did he die?
Windsor was particularly...
Why do you keep saying he died? Who told you he died? I never said he died. He went missing, is all. You see, apparently we had gotten into the middle of some big orcs versus Dark Iron Dwarf battle. The orcs, being the filthy, miserable curs that they are out early, setting up some traps and other diabolical things you probably wouldn't understand. Okay, so where the hell is he? Wait a minute. Are you drunk?
Windsor was particularly...
Dwarves don't get drunk, missy. I'm just a little... sloppy. Anyhow, Windsor, I figure he's somewhere in Blackrock Depths. The Dark Iron City for you uneducated peoples.
Why is he in Blackrock Depths?
Windsor was particularly...
Slow down, I was getting to that. So, there he was, standing tall, with all the blood and guts draping off him when who shows up? The Dark Irons. Didn't you hear a word I said? Well, the Dark Irons are a little craftier than those Blackrock orcs. They came prepared. By prepared, I mean there are about 300 of them. Excuse me. 300. So the Dark Irons killed him and dragged him into the depths.
Me versus 50 orcs.
Missy, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were one of them special peoples. We call them trunks. Windsor didn't have no beef with the Dark Irons after all. His great-great-grandpappy's best friend was a Dark Iron, which is also probably why that army of Dark Irons didn't kill him on sight. Ironfoe.
Me versus 50...
Finally, put some fingers in your ears. Your brain might have just grown 5 sizes and onward it might flake out. So the Dark Irons spared his life and took him prisoner. Their leader, some self-important uppity fella named Taurus or something, took Ironfoe for himself. That was the last I saw of old Windsor. Excuse me.
Thanks, Ragged John. Your story was very uplifting and informative.
Off with you.
Okay. Also, let's turn in this.
Welcome, friend.
Hey, Contessa, did you talk to Felnok? Did you bring the components I need?
You brought them. Great. I'll get to work right away. Thanks a ton, adventurer. You've been so helpful to me. I might need you for even more important tasks later.
Trash. 11 stam, 5 spirit. This is better. This grave scepter is a better one-handed mace for healing.
Hurry back. Pleasure doing business with ya.
Okay. We will swap that out. I don't care about the damage. Alright, so we did just complete this, return to Tinkee. Cool. Now I'm missing this quest called Tinkee Steam Boil. Is that, are you freaking kidding me? Or is this like a, hey, you could have did this when you were here? It is really there. So it's another quest now that opens up. To open up the quest egg freezing. But what's egg freezing? Is that burning, is that Blackrock Depths? Or is this, what's the egg freezing quest? Because we will ditch that one. We'll take it off. Egg freezing work, not not real life. I don't want to. Whoops. Okay, that opens up Tinkee Steam Boil. What does it do? It's high up. It's an upper Blackrock Spire. So we're gonna take this quest off. So it says Tinkee Steam Boil. I did add it in there. But that's not real. Let's just take that off. Because I don't want to travel back, and it really is just setting up an upper Blackrock Spire quest chain. So we just got to go back in and turn this True Masters in now that we heard that long behind story. Well, that's it. We're done. We're ready to start prepping for this after tomorrow's episode where we play with Horde. Where are we? This ended up being a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but still not a full episode length, but pretty close. Alright, so what did I say? The final tablets. Okay, so the final tablets, this is Lower Blackrock Spire. And if you look at the Blackrock Spire quests, that's part of the chain. So, the final tablets. Alright, now that does open up something else. Okay, Final Tablets is a 5840. If you open up the next quest, it's called Confront Yakinya. Is that giving me this line? I don't see it, so no. What does it actually do? You just speak with the dude? Demand the egg from him. You might have to fight him. What do people say? I mean, I guess he's just, you're just going to confront him, but this will open up Zul Grub questing. So, that's, we'll look at that next time.
I could have warned you, but what fun is that? So that good
Okay,
for
so that
nothing.
opens up the Marshall Windsor quest. Marshall Windsor is, that's a Blackrock Depths. So this is now segging into like full Blackrock Depths territory. Although, who's to say like what really makes it count, you know? All right. Okay, so we have wrapped up. It's all the rest is just straight prep. It really has all been straight prep for Blackrock Depths, but that's where we're at. Okay, everybody, I thank you so much for watching, listening, and tuning the heck in. I see you guys all on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. Peace out. This one in the pipe 5x5.